What is the deal with this acid gun? Is throwing that acid getting you uncomfortably close to your fearsome opponent? Then the acid gun is a must-have for you. By combining the repeater rifle and common acid, you can fire acidic ammunition at the most vicious nemesis without having to worry about anything but the smell. Marvelous! That's pretty funny. You think it's 2K? Well, we're about to find out, because I'm going to go up there and get it, and then I'm going to get the heck out of Dodge. Okay. Here we go. What was I going to do? Oh yes. I'm going to make a Molotov cocktail. Alright. Hey, the living one is not too proud to beg. Well, you said it can do tech stuff, right? Those books? For the stream. It's a good question and I don't remember. Here, let me check. 854 by 480. So I have like 1280 by 720 is too small, is too laggy. So 854 by 480, which is the 16:9 widescreen. Well, yeah, I mean not necessarily. There's actually that's a good question though. Let me take a look and see, cuz that's true. I shouldn't waste my time if I don't need to. So I did that. Oh, that's one of the things I was thinking about, was a flamethrower. I mean, I'm not sure that it's worth it. Because, I mean, the gun I have is probably better than any of that stuff, right? Yeah, yeah. I don't, yeah. The acid gun. Well, do I even, well, wait a minute. Let's take a look at that acid gun thing. Because, you mean the acid gun or you mean the flamethrower? I need to find corrosive acid, because I don't think I have any at the moment. Yeah, you wouldn't want a close-up thing for an acid gun, so I'd be doing the flamethrower, basically. But see, that's in explosives, so... Right now I have... Right, yeah, chemistry aptitude. No, explosive. I think, right? Or am I wrong? Well... Oh, to make the corrosive acid. Yeah, okay. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I know, Draco. It's been that way for a while. But, you know, I'm persuasive enough that I managed to get around it. What I need to do is build up my strength so that I can handle my weapon properly, so... Alright. I am... In that case, I think I am good. Let's check with... Okay, let's have you make a few more healing salves, please, Jaina. I did do miracle operation, yes. That is correct. Alright, it's time to go to Stringy Pete and see if Mano is correct that I've done what I needed to do. The hope is that I did. Yeah, it is. But I liked it. It's kind of cool. Kind of fit the description of the guy that I wanted to create. Yeah, no, I don't think so, Demiser. I'm probably not going to. I mean, it's possible, I guess, but probably not. But I know that was your big thing. Your guy was like Mr. Lightning Weapons guy, right? The Tesla gun, yeah, but it is badass, I assume. $10 to $80 damage per shot. 4 charges per shot with 1 speed. But like, how many charges do you start with on the gun? Like, how 4 out of like 20? 4 out of 100? Like, how many are we talking about? Man, you guys do not freaking get it, do you? Really, you guys have got to stop the freaking attacks on me. You are no threat at all. You haven't been a threat for a long time. Oh, yeah. Is there like a maximum on charges that you can have, Demiser? Okay, I see. Oh, sorry, Draco, I missed it. I already had a bone dagger, actually. And I'm still missing too much with this gun. Yeah, my fault, Draco, sorry. I already had a bone dagger that I sold, too. Oh, that's true. But, you know, ever since I had the flow spectrometer, I hadn't had to use it, knock on wood. So... Oh, well... My bad. If I find it again, I will take the... If I get attacked by them again, and they've attacked me like 800 times, so I assume they'll attack me again, and this time I'll make sure to keep it. My fault. Okay. Here we are back with Stringy Pete. Okay, Cross your fingers, everybody. Right. You have returned, Pete. Ahoy, matey. Whoop. Ahoy, matey. Did you succeed in finishing your tasks? That'd be amazing, laddie. I never thought you'd be able to do it. I never thought that someday I'd be free of this bloody curse. Thank ye, from the bottom of me pirate heart. Yeah, it's nothing, Pete. Now about that boat. Yes, of course, matey. She's all yours. Feel free to take her wherever you want. I'll not be needing her where I be going. Thank you, Pete, and good luck to you. And to you, matey. And to you. Draco, it does not fit my character. I do not pickpocket with this dude. I am a charismatic gunslinger, my friend. So you're right, Benno. Thank you. Alright, now we got this ship. So now I can sail to the ship that I need. So I'm gonna go to the island that I want to go to, and then at that point I am going to see, assuming there's not we'll see how far it goes, but I'm not going to spend a lot more time because it is pretty late, so you can't help it. Everyone does that sometimes. Thanatos. Oh, here we are. Thanatos. Well, we'll see. I have those 2 fate points saved up in case I have an urgent need. Alright, time to find Nesrudin. There's someone living on this island. Alright, okay. Jeez, Draco, you ate your Wheaties this morning. Okay, let's see. What do we got? A book, huh? November 6, 1790. I've made several forays into the interior with nothing to show for my efforts save my wounds. This island is aptly named, and I thank the gods for Smithers, my faithful guide. Is there always a Smithers faithful guide thing? He's already saved my life several times over in the short time we've been here. I'm certain that the Ashlag tribe still exists in this island, and I mean to prove it, monsters or no. November 13th, 1790. So this guy does it like every week. Like once a week he's in this journal. I have found the remains of an old site, but appears to have been uninhabited for several years now. I was unable to determine why this site was abandoned, though I did recover some important artifacts. November 21st, 1790. I write this as Smithers and I lie terribly wounded somewhere in the jungle. In our searching today, we were set upon by creatures most fierce. Smithers sustained much more serious injuries than I as he drew the beasts away from me at his own peril. He was victorious, but at a high cost. I managed to drag Smithers into a thicket of trees where he presumably will be safe for the moment. Except that we're terribly wounded, but... November 30th, 1790. Smithers died today after battling madness brought on by his wounds. I fear my time is soon at hand as well. December 3rd, 1790. Wait, what? Okay. Irony of ironies. I was discovered by the very people I came to this island to discover. Scouts of the Ashlag tribe found me hovering near death and brought me to their camp, where they helped me to recover. You're right, Draco, I am a D&D player, and I sure do like to get into role-playing. Contrary to what I believe, they reside in the interior of the island and not along the coast. The most shocking part of this is that there was a previous civilization on this island. Aha, okay. The Ashlag have made their home amongst the ruins of some great forgotten civilization. The location of the tribe. January 15th, 1791. The Ashlag have welcomed me as a member of their tribe and have treated me as an important guest. I am now privy to their secret rituals and their arcane religious superstitions. It seems that their primitive religion has gone through some revisions as of late to incorporate a godlike figure or phenomena. I am still having a slight difficulty with their spoken language that supposedly resides somewhere on the island. January 30th, 1791. I have convinced the chief of the tribe to allow me to come along on their pilgrimage to leave sacrifices for their new god, which I have termed the god of Thanatos for want of a better description. That's the guy I'm looking for. I have also been able to discern where on the island this supposed godlike force resides. December 12th, 1790. I have returned to my base camp with the help of the tribesmen to leave this journal so that if anything happens to me, the future will know that I was successful in my endeavors to locate the mythical Ashlag tribe. Alright, so did that give me a little map? Yes, it did. So I guess the village of the Ashlag tribe is first. Well, that's what I think. I think it's cool. Well, oh, lag. Oh god, I know it's true. They do make a dumb noise when they die. Well, if all this is going to be is a bunch of monster fights, what I'm really trying to do is get down to the guy, the god that I'm looking for. Exactly. Well, I'll keep going south through this village. Whoa, that's a lot of poison. I thought I had some poison things somewhere. Actually, let me fast travel, which sometimes works to get out of the poison situation. There we go. Man, all of that was me trying to get around so I could actually do that, jeez. Did it, Cajun? Sorry for scaring you, sir. Alright. Oh, it's choppy? Okay, give me a second, let me just... Hold on, let me fix the chop. The chop, I mean. Okay. Is that any better? Is the chop gone? I hope. Is it alright now? Are you serious? No. Whatever, Mano. It's late, too. Okay. Alright. The land bridge. Here we go. I feel like I'm gonna find like Peter Pan or something, like all these freaking tropical islands. Are you serious? Alright, hold on. I just want to make sure that everyone's happy with everything. Okay. Forest maze. The heck? Well, yes, I would understand sarcasm, but the internet, you know, it's that whole conveying tone thing. It's also that it's late and I'm tired. There's that too. Oh, do you mean the, like where I had the links down below? So you switched it up a little bit? That's awesome, man. Thank you very much. These guys are really obnoxious when they die. Ooh, I just leveled. That means I get 2 points, both of which are going to go into strength. Sadly, neither one of those, I'm not quite enough yet to get. I need to go up one more level before this thing goes away. This MSR problem goes though. Thank you very much. Yes, I know, man. Oh, I know. I'd answer you if you were serious, but I can't understand you. I get it. Like I said, tired. Wow, it's got some serious range on that gun. Minimum strength requirement is what it is. Yep. It is true. That's a good point, Edwin. I feel like I should be the British explorer. You know, for like... Day 200. Today we discovered ourselves in the jungle of the Amazon, trying to find the enormous ape that we had been sent to find. I brought him down with my gun and gave him what for. I feel kind of bad. I feel like I'm contributing to these things becoming endangered species. Well, I mean, I'm not entirely sure if I did, actually. I thought I was happy with the amount of bullets I brought, but maybe not. Oh, wait a minute. Can I? No. Can I go out there? No, I cannot. Must be up and around. Well, I'll tell you what, if this Nesrudin is sitting among these groups, but he's not having fun. There are a lot of these creatures around. Glad the range on this thing is so good. I'm really glad I made this gun. I got this gun before we came here. Okay, sounds good, Nemo. Basically, once I get to whoever I assume Nesrudin or something, I am going to be going through that and then probably logging for the night. Aha! 100 bullets. I'd like to see that. And I'd like to see that. Okay, and then charcoal. Good. Aha. Oh, wait, can I not get there? No, okay, but... Oh yeah, it's too loud. They're not that high, actually, but... There, hopefully that's better, a little bit better. Oh, yeah, it's true. Well, it's giving you the sense of you were there. You are there. Am I retracing my steps the wrong way? Yeah. I hear you. Up and over.
An impressive attack.
Wow. I took that guy down. Took him down. Ruby. Emerald. All very exciting. Oh man. Shoot. I thought I was supposedly going the right way. Am I not going the right way? Is that a lie? I mean, I'm getting lots of heals, but I see. Well, I thought I was going right, as it were. In the right, in quotes, fashion. Right, I killed all these guys. For a couple of minutes, yeah, and then when I should be. Okay, so this is the part where I was told that I was going the right way. I feel like I'm in a bad space of Heart of Darkness. The jungle. Man. Go left. Oh, there's more creatures. That's always a good sign. Took those monkey swarmers down. Ferrolock, huh? Ah. We made it out of the jungle just in time to discover... Sorry. Alright. Here's time for this epic plot point. Aha! An elf wizard.
What do you want of me? I did not choose to live on this island for its ambience. I chose it so I wouldn't have to entertain fools. Leave me be.
Oh, calm down. I'm not here to bother you. I'm looking for a grave.
That is quite the fool's journey just to find someone's dead body. I'm afraid to ask, but whose grave would you be looking for?
Why are you afraid to ask?
I'm afraid to ask, because I know the answer. There's only one reason any fool would risk his life to come here, and that is to search for the great Nasruddin.
Doesn't sound as if you hold him in high regard.
The great Nasruddin is nothing but a thorn in my side all these many years.
How is that? He's been dead 2,000 years.
I should have died 2,000 years ago, if not for some foolish instinct of self-preservation. I should have let myself die then.
Dun dun dun. You're Nasruddin?
I would say in all my glory, but I'm afraid I haven't any left.
But you're Nasruddin. You saved the world from Aranax.
No. I delivered the world to Aranax. I put in place the system that he felt was his for the taking. I even imparted my elven arrogance to him. I must bear full responsibility for his actions.
A bit dramatic, don't you think? Aranax's actions were his own.
You do not understand. He was my son.
Oh.
I taught him everything. Only to see him be carried away by his youthful temper. I should have seen it. There must have been a way to stop him before it came to what it did.
I've heard all the legends. Can you tell me what really happened?
It started in the Age of Legends. I was young, headstrong. I thought I could take on the world, and I did. I fought the good fights to protect the lesser races, as I arrogantly called them, from the chaos that raged everywhere. Dragons, demons, evil sorcerers.
That's a shame.
I fought them all and won. And this, all before even the days of the Elven Council.
How did the Elven Council come about?
I gathered a group of idealistic mages together, and we created an Elven Council, for the good of all. We really believed that. For a time, I suppose it was even true. I really believe things began to change when we discovered a way to banish things from this plane of existence.
Well, I feel like I still am kind of the living one in other contexts. Just not this living one.
It was the ultimate weapon. Once something was banished from this plane of existence, it could never return. With ultimate power comes ultimate responsibility, and ultimate corruption. We were quick to use it on new and ever more terrible threats. The Bane of Kree, Krakatur, Gorgoth, Kurgan.
So how did Aranax fit into all this?
Sometime during all this heroic carnage, my son came of age. I quickly ushered him into the council, amidst some of the others' protest about his young age and inexperience. And then it all came crashing down upon me. Look, are you certain you really want to hear all this self-pitying drivel?
Of course, he said, rolling his eyes. So what did Aranax actually do that was so terrible?
He had taken it upon himself to keep the balance, as he termed it. He believed that being a member of the council validated any course of action he chose to pursue. This meant attacking anything he saw as a threat, such as a city that had begun building advanced technological devices. Vendegroth, it was called. He warned them to cease their destructive behavior, and destroyed one of their factories to underscore his point. Justifiably afraid for their very lives, they swiftly constructed a device that could destroy even the most powerful wizard. He responded by calling on forces that few of us had ever seen, and wiping not just the city, but the whole province of Vendegroth from the face of Arcanum with one blow. He felt himself when the council condemned his actions. He showed no remorse. In his arrogance, he was sure he would be vindicated. I cast the deciding vote to banish my own son. If I must die, I will be the last, he screamed as he hurled the spell that brought an end to the Council, the Age of Legends, and my will to live.
Epic cutscene.
It was a harsh dawn that morning on the plains of Brodgar, and it was there in the shadow of the Black Spire that our armies met in the most terrible battle
that Arcanum has ever seen. As the sun set, only 4 of us were still alive to witness the destruction we had brought to pass. I found Aranax among the corpses of our decimated armies, and it was there that I condemned my own son to the void.
Yeah, that's true.
Through our combined might that Aranax was subdued, and I watched my own son fall into the horror of the void. But such was the fury and power unleashed by this conflict that the very fabric of reality was torn asunder. With our remaining energy, we were able to seal the rift with powerful wards, and the Ring of Brodgar still stands today as a monument to my son's destructive pride and my own unforgivable failure.
When I regained consciousness, I was on the shore of Thanatos. I'd regained just enough energy to seal myself in a regenerative shell. I remained that way for 1,000 years. No one had ever stayed in a shell for anywhere near that amount of time. Somehow, my magical hibernation extended my life much beyond that of even the most powerful elven mages.
Well, why have you hidden yourself here for 1,000 years?
The world out there is not mine. It only serves to remind me of my failure. Everyone I knew, everything I held dear is gone.
Draco.
I myself should have died long ago. Besides, I do not fancy being worshipped as a god.
I know the feeling. The Panari think I am your reincarnation.
I pity you, then. I received a taste of their hero worship from Mannix, and I can tell you I didn't like the taste of it one bit.
So you knew about Mannix and the Panari?
I'm well aware of the whole Panari tomfoolery, yes. When I emerged from my regenerative states, I traveled to the mainland. I suppose I thought I could somehow live among the world again. After I spoke with that Mannix fellow, I knew I was deluding myself.
Didn't you tell him who you were?
After I listened to his insane beliefs, or it seemed like ours, I hinted that I'd actually known Nasruddin. He was already too far gone. He would not have believed any of my protests or denials of my godhood. He most likely would have interpreted the whole thing as some sort of test, I suppose.
What happened to Mannix? They believe he ascended with you.
Yes. Word of that eventually reached my ears. I can only assume that somehow he realized who I was and began talking about his visitation. I have not the slightest idea where the ascension piece of the legend originated from.
Well, I need your help. Aranax is coming back, Fade to Black.
I feel as if I've been waiting to hear those words since I awoke those many years ago. I had hoped it would never come to this. Why, Aranax? Why can't you see the folly of the path you've chosen? What are you going to do about this situation?
I'm so tempted to be like, don't involve me in your failing troubles. What am I going to do? He's your son. What are you going to do?
I fear there is nothing I can do. I am old, tired. I do not believe I could stand up against my son now, even if I could find the heart to try.
How is it that he is still so powerful after all this time?
We do not know what life in the void is like, if it can be even called life. Who knows what sources of power could be found on the other side?
There must be some way to stop him.
I can think of only one possible strategy to defeat him now. You must retrieve the Vendigroth device that was meant to destroy him.
The Vendigroth device? You said Vendigroth is destroyed.
And so it was, above ground. There are many catacombs and tunnels lying beneath the surface. Some of the members attempted to retrieve it to use against Aranax. but they never returned. We were forced to battle him without it, and you know the consequence of that.
I don't like the sound of catacombs and tunnels. Good day. No, just kidding. What does the device do?
Extremely powerful mages have the ability to regenerate themselves whenever they are badly hurt, as I did. If one is powerful enough to hurt a master sorcerer gravely, the mage will retreat into his regenerative shell and emerge stronger than ever. The device is the only way known to disrupt the regenerating shield.
And disrupting the field kills the mage within?
Quite so. The technology of the device is designed to disrupt the field in such a way as to cause the shell to drain the life force instead of regenerating it. Quite gruesome to contemplate, actually. Further, it is said that one who is killed in this manner is forever separated from this world, with no chance of being returned magically or otherwise.
Well, why don't you retrieve the device?
I must conserve what little remains of my energy to banish you to the void once you have retrieved the device. The banishment spell is rarely performed by a single mage. Its power requirement is so great.
Hold a moment. You're going to banish me?
Certainly. If we were to wait for Aranax to breach the wards, I fear the loss of life would be immeasurable.
Where can I find the ruins?
I do not know exactly. Those days are long past, and with them a better part of my memory, I'm afraid. All I know is that at one point Vendigroth and its settlements spread out over that whole area now known as the Wastes. There was a bridge leading into the Vendigroth province. Here.
Interesting. Well, I'm off to Vendigroth then.
Where is the device? Why are you delaying? It is of the utmost importance that we stop Aranax before he returns.
I've decided to be more amusing to kill you instead. No. Alright, well, first of all, retrieve the Vendigroth device, meet Nazrudin in the Ring of Brodgar. Okay. And I also leveled there. Which means I no longer have the MSR problem. Okay. So, from this point forward, yeah, I assumed. No, I'm not going to try it. I know the deal. So, from this point forward, on the leveling side, I am going to... put my next couple of points... Oh, Perception 18. That's interesting. I think my Charisma is 18. I probably will put more points. I'll have to put my Perception... That's interesting. So, I'm going to have to raise my Perception... 32 will be 16, 33, 17, 34, 18. 35 will be able to raise this up maybe 2 and max it out, and then I'll try to do the same thing for Persuasion. Although, close to that point, I think I may already have gotten to the end, so we'll see. He is too lazy, man. It's totally true. That is a pretty cool story, though. A cool story, bro. Actually, wait, I'm going to save that under something different. Like that. Okay. So, what I'm actually going to be doing is logging here in a minute, but I just have a quick question. So, can I go down... Like, I don't have to work all my way back into the maze, I assume, right? Oh, I see the world map. Yay, world map. That's Ruden's resting place. Okay, so let's see where he said the wastes are. There's the Vendigroth wastes. The gateway to the wastes. So I would need to get back here and sail up all the way to as far up as I can get. I think I might be able to go up to Ashbury. No. It's okay, Draco. No, I don't. Thank you. I appreciate you just telling me to go left in the maze because I really need to get going to bed, so I wanted to get to Nesrudin first. So I need to go up there, essentially, in that area, and then up to the gateway to the wastes. Then find this Vendigroth device. And then when I find it, I'm going to have to see what this thing is about. The Ring of Brodgar. Oh, that's that thing... Isn't that thing in Roseboro? I think it's that thing in Roseboro, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so let me get back to the ship, and then I'm going to log for the night. For one thing, I may need to deal with those extra bullets. Because I'm going to need to get some more bullets. I had to use quite a bit to get through those places. Ooh, a fever beast. I don't know what's dwelling there. I assume some pretty badass stuff, I would guess. Cool. Alright, so... Yeah, well... I'm level 31 now, so hopefully... I need more, still need more bullets, but... Nice, I can go to Ashbury. Sweet. Oh, I can go anywhere. Ashbury it is. You mean, by angry mode, you mean... What do you mean? I don't think so. I just tried it just now, it doesn't seem to do it. Just by... Oh. Huh, okay. That's cool. Okay, just deleting a couple things. Still have Rat Dead. Been a while since I've been in Ashbury too. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. That's good to know. But Chuck is still suspicious. Jaina likes me. Sog and Magnus are big fans because I resurrected them. So I just need to kill some guys off and then I can resurrect them from there. So that's what I need to do. Cool, cool. Alright guys, well I think I'm closing in on the end game here, but I'm also closing in on super late. So actually it's already super late. So I'm going to call it for the night. I may or may not stream tomorrow, depends on how things go. Or early next week. I got a lot of writing to get done and stuff like that, but you know, hopefully I'll be able to get this done. My goal is to have this done fairly soon. I've really enjoyed it, but my goal is to have it done, and then I'm going to have Icewind Dale that I'll be streaming for a while, and we'll see kind of how long that takes before I move on to, in September or October, is going to be Dishonored, but I assume I'm going to have played something else before that happens, so... So that was good stuff. Yeah, you talk about the info thing. I may try it, Netowin. I probably won't stay in chat to do it. But I will probably try it, and if so, then I will absolutely give you like mega props. I really appreciate helping out because it's some of it is very new to me. So yeah. So thanks everyone for listening and watching and for helping me out. I appreciate it. It was a good time. Oh, sorry. I apologize. Me going too fast with American English. Props meaning I would give you much praise, as in thank you, as in you were the person who made it possible to have a much better looking link. That's basically what props means. Sorry. So, yeah, but thanks everyone, as always, for watching. I'll check that message, Nedouin. And I know, but, you know, I appreciate the help. And thanks to everyone for watching and so on. If you have not already, please make sure to follow. And otherwise, I will see everyone fairly soon. So until I talk to you next, make sure you follow the people that are listed down below, and have a good night. Draco, yeah. Night, everyone.